name is Mankey, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about League of Legends formats for 2026 and beyond. Actually, not beyond, it's more like a year because this is Riot Games, and they wanted to fingle into esports more often than, shelling out T1 skins, I guess. It is 11:02 p.m. on the 26th of November 2025. It is a Wednesday, and by the time you're probably seeing this on Friday, it'll be like Black Friday, of course, and this video will be pretty much out post Thanksgiving. Which before we're gonna get to everything, I wanted to wish my grandmother, Auntie Pam, Uncle Michael, Auntie Donna, and all the families in America a safe, and I'm gonna mention the word safe because there was, you know, I'm not gonna get to that, of course, but a safe, a full, a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I hope your Thanksgiving is full of joy. And if there's one thing to be thankful this year, and my thing about this, if there's one thing to be thankful this year, it's that I'm thankful that this channel is getting more traction than it is going for. I am thankful to be on David Shynock's channel, for God's sakes, even though it's like a minute long, of course, ranting about LTA and all kinds of stuff and the whole thing. The fact that I even get to be part of his channel, part of his community, of course, it's amazing. And for that, I'm thankful for him. I am thankful to be in a house that is a little bit torn apart, but thankfully, still standing, still alive, and all the kind of stuff. So I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for the 44 subscribers that are in the channel right now. And if we get to 50 by the end of the year, I may gonna tell you a little secret. That is maybe League of Legends wise, maybe not, but I will let you on a secret. So this will be my 50th subscriber secret entry, I guess. So yeah. But anyways, I am thankful for you guys for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, to being on the algorithm with YouTube and all kinds of stuff. And be thankful for this Jamaican to even talk about League, which is a rarity, but it's something that is amazing. And yeah, that's incredible. I'm thankful for my parents. I'm thankful for the clothes that I have, the shoes on my feet, and all kinds of stuff. I'm thankful for the food that it provided. I'm thankful for so many things. And even though Thanksgiving is not celebrated in our country, the fact that I'm thankful each and every day is amazing. It's better than one Thanksgiving combined. But I'm also thankful that football is going to be there'll be football tomorrow at the time I'm recording this. So yeah, I am okay. So this will come out on Friday though, and it'll be past Thanksgiving. But I wanted to let you know that I wish you all a good Thanksgiving weekend, and I hope you're being safe and being loved and being thoughtful. And if you feel like shopping on Black Friday is too much, shopping online is perfect. It's the way we go in today's world. And now that we're already being thankful and full of it, it is time to stuff our mouths with some format talk from League. And I'm going to tell you, these format is pretty much, I'm not saying all of them are perfect, but I have to say that these formats are pretty much cut and dry, unlike the old formats, which is too clunky and too wacky and too not like people. The formats from last year are kind of like 5-year-olds will not even understand it. Like they don't know what pick and play is or group stages with like spacious number of days. It's just too much. It's just too much. But I feel like this year's formats are absolutely so refreshing and so simple. Well, you can say LCK and LCP as the most complicated one. And you notice that I already have all the regions of the LPL because the LPL is not there yet. And they have to sort like so many teams, of course, because, FPX is leaving, Rare Atom is leaving, maybe RNG could be leaving, who knows? But they have so much things to be sorted out. And it might congest some teams. and they might have to make a format be based on it. So yeah, it's going to be the LPL is going to be really, really wacky next year. But that's for the next year, Mackie. God spare our life and hope we well. That's for next year's Mackie. This is 2025 Mackie. And 2025 Mackie, we'll be talking about 2026 League. And we're going to kick off with the LCS. Now, last year, LCS, or the LTA, if you want to call it, it was an absolute disaster. Viewership rise, performance wise, and I will talk about, the imports versus NA thing way down the road. Maybe I'll do this in my state of LCS, end of year kind of stuff. Maybe I'll do that. But for now, we're gonna be talking about the formats. And let's just say the LTA formats has been god freaking awful. In fact, the name was awful. And we already beat that thing to a dead horse. So we don't have to go through that. And I'm glad that the LCS is back. And I'm glad that the LCS formats are absolutely delicious and simple to digest and simple to understand. And I'm going to easily tell you. So the LCS lock-in is back. It's been, 3 years since we have this lock-in tournament in which we have teams pick their teams, and then they'll have a best of one format in which like 5 teams go here, and then we'll have a bracket, quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. So that was the original lock-in from like you say 2022, 2023-ish before they decided to not give a damn. But lock-ins is back, and it'll be a little bit different. This lock-in tournament will have Swiss stage format involving 8 teams playing in 3 rounds. Oh boy, Akeem, Swiss stage in League of Legends. God knows how triggering that is. Well, we're having Swiss in Champions League football and Swiss in like the latest CSGO major. So who do I care, of course? Now, all these matches are best of 3. Good. And the 4 teams that win 3-0 advances along with the 3 2-1 teams. Now, the 1 and 2 team with the best game record advances at the 5th seed. And the last 2 1 and 2 teams play in a tiebreaker to determine the 6th seed. Now, in case many people don't know, we have 8 teams in the LCS, and figure that out. Figure that out. You know what? I'm just going to do this. Show you. I'm just going to just show you the whole thing and what I'm talking about. It's just like, talking on a notebook. I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. So there's some news there. But we're not going to touch it. That will be like for Monday, of course, when we get to our catching up after Melissa. Or since Melissa's already passed and we got like current and all kinds of stuff. Maybe just a catching up league. Yeah, just catching up league, I'm fully catch up and all kinds of stuff. So this is like, top 4 teams, 3-0 teams, and the 3 2-1 teams will advance. So you got 8 teams so far, and we're going to go with the obvious, say Cloud9, Team Liquid, Shopify, let's say FlyQuest are not the 3-0 teams. They're going to go through. And then the 1 and 2 teams, you can say Lion, Sentinel, Shopify Rebellion will also go through to the knockout rounds. Now, the 1 and 2 teams that are remaining will be playing in the last chance qualifier, which means the 8th place team is pretty much gone for the rest of the split. And the 1 and 2 matches will be a best of 5. Oh, best of 3, by the way. Oh, yeah. Best of 3? Best of 3. Yeah, this is a best of 3. So the last chance matches are best of 3. So does the Swiss matches. And then all of this, the playoffs, will be best of 5. Now, the number 1 seeded team will get to select their opponent from number 2, number 3, number 4 from the 2 and 1 seeds. And then the rest will be sorted out. And then once that happens, the rest will be sorted out. And then the 5th seed, 1 and 2 teams that are seed from the last chance qualifier will be playing in a lower bracket. And then it will be a double elimination bracket from here on in. And then the winner of this will be not only the LCS lock-in champion, but also qualified for first stand in Brazil. So, okay, pretty much a complicated format. But then again, we have Swiss and Worlds and all that kind of stuff. So I think you could say, why not? And let's be honest, the split from January around first stand is pretty much like, it's something, golden rolling and all kinds of stuff. But as we learned from like T1, this year, and of course any other year, it's the world is the be all end all. And MSI too. You say MSI is the most important tournament with a pretty good format, of course, probably the best format ever. But it's all about worlds. It's all about these things. So while this thing is cool, the winter formats are actually decent. They're not gonna have like a big ramifications, of course. And until first hand get even more notice, and I will do the international reaction to the international formats later on. Maybe next year, of course. Maybe next year or this year. Who knows? But I think this winter split is something, but I'm not saying it's going to be the be and all end all if we learn anything from this year. But I like this kind of format in which we acclimatize to Swiss format for some of the teams, some of them like preparing themselves and all kind of stuff. And yeah, first stand, who's going through, that's all that important. And now to the spring and summer splits. Oh boy, Aki, what kind of sorcery does Riot Games have for the LCS spring and summer split, baby? Let's go. Okay, single round robin, best of 3, top 6 make playoffs. Yeah, that's the format. No, I just pause for silence because I know many people are thinking, oh, wait, that's the format? So, no complicated situations, no, like that's the format. That's the format. Seriously, that's the format. Now, I would love to have it like double round robin best of threes, but honestly, I don't know if we even have the time and space to do it. Like, if I want, I would do love to have this double elimination, double round robin, and have some games online. Yes, online, and have these matches played on the road away from Los Angeles, maybe a New York, maybe a Texas. I mean, next year will be the 250-year anniversary of America, so just showcase America and all that kind of stuff. Maybe have this thing in Philadelphia, of course, for the spring and summer split. Maybe have like one road trip to maybe Philadelphia. I would love to have this in Philadelphia or Miami. I have options. I have plethora of options, of course. Instead of just playing all their games in the LA studio, like wasted potential and all kind of stuff. Like I just want more road shows. Unlike and the one that triggers me so much, it's that we're gonna have one road show this year. And that triggers me so much because the LEC can do their road shows, of course, if they can fork over their own money. And I know this is like more me talking about bashing the LCS and differentiating yourself. And I know we're gonna talk about formats, but this should have been more than a single round robin format, and this should have been more than just like games in LA. I'm sorry, but it's true. It's just damn true sometimes. But anyways, single round robin, best of 3, top 6 make playoffs, simple, easy, cut and dry. That's it. Perfect. I love that. No complicated bullshit. And spring and summer are different. Spring's format will be the top 4 teams start in the upper bracket, while the 5th and 6th teams start in the lower bracket. I will show you once again the bracket, and this is the summer playoffs bracket. So let's just see. And you notice my webcam is black because I've been normally doing this on a webcam for some time, and normally time it freezes. So I decided let's just blacken up the webcam. You're gonna see the webcam, but you're not gonna see my face, my beautiful shaven face that I've been waiting to be shaven for so damn long since the power outage. Anyways, slap yourself, Akeem. Anyways, let's look at the format. Yeah, this is the format. Top 4 teams go here, bottom 2 go there. The winners will go through here, and then the losers will go there. And then from here on out, it is pretty much a double elimination format all the way. And the top 2 teams, the finalists and the winner, will be making it to 2026 MSI. And that is, well, huge. We all already know that. But the fact we're getting, well, not saying we know we get 2 slots, but the fact that we get our 2 slots, not a slot and being borrowed by CBLOL and all kind of stuff, is precious. It is absolutely precious. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love it even more. And I love it even more that summer is a little different. We get 3 slots at Worlds. Oh, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. We are getting our 3 slots back after so many years. Oh, it is so precious. It is so precious. Oh, this is making my tear cry. I'm gonna cry right now. I'm literally crying right now. If I have the webcam, of course, and show you tears, but I don't. So, anyways, top 2 teams start in the upper bracket round 2, third and 6th start in the upper bracket round 1, and all the matches will be best of 5 with the top 3 qualify. So again, I'm gonna show you the bracket for the summer playoffs. And you notice that we have a promotion right there for 2027, but that means the sky's toast. We'll have to fight for promotion again. Yeah, I wish they have like a veteran system to do that. Oh, wait, they are, but they don't know how to properly use it. It is what it is. Okay, so number 4 will face number 5, and then 3 seed will face on 6 seed, and then 1 and 2 will face off, and then the losers of this will be if the I think the loser higher seed will go here, and the loser lower seed will go here, and it'll be like one of those King of the Hill tournaments, of course, in the loser bracket, and then the top 3. So that means round winner here, winner there, and then winner here, yes, winner here will go into Worlds. Top 3 will make it to Worlds. And that's just it. That's just the format. And I love this format. So simple, so clean, so easy, so magnificent. It is like a breath of fresh air with the name brand, with the changes and all kind of stuff. And the format being the same as it is for both spring and summer. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I will not change a single thing about it. I will have complaints, of course, with the Swiss state format, but it is what it is. You can't have nice things, I guess. The LEC. And before we get to the LEC format, I will address the Lost by Daytona situation. I will address the Lost by Daytona situation. But I got so much things to do. But I will address the Lost by Daytona situation because the Lost by Daytona situation and the LEC is just so, how do I say this? It is so chaotic right now in terms of financial and all kind of stuff. And the gameplay, of course. And the fact that Los Angeles are, literally slowly becoming a decent team. Also, they are not playing tier 2. Yeah. So Los Angeles will only play the 1 versus tournament and then leave. Not saying forever, but pretty much leave. So how's that Carmen Corp slot today, dickheads? How's that working out? How's that slot? Yeah, absolutely worthless. Absolutely worthless. So, but beyond that, I'm going to address that. But for now, we're going to do the format. 12 teams participated with the 10 LEC partner teams. Yes, I put in partners as quotations because right now I just don't feel like they're partner teams right now. They just don't. Just going to address that way. So the best LEC or ERL performing team over the last year, which is of course Los Angeles, and the winner of the EMEA Masters summer, which is the Carmen Corp Blue. Yeah, so Carmen Corp and Carmen Corp Blue are going to be in it. Sort that thing all out if you can. In fact, Carmen Corp Blue is probably going to face off against Carmen Corp. Like, I'm sorry, the last time we see like sister teams face each other was like Samsung Galaxy, Samsung White, and Samsung Blue in 2013 Worlds, I can say. Yeah. I think of 2013 Worlds. No, 2014 Worlds. I think of 2014 Worlds that happened. Yeah. The last time we see our sister team, the original teams and sister teams will face off. And you know that sister teams and original teams cannot clash and do anything. They know the rule, but the fact that Carmen Corp Blue even make it and Carmen Corp in the same place, I don't know, man. That thing is pretty much fishy. It's fishy for me. This is of course the situation. These are the teams. It'll be a single round robin best of 3, best of 1. Seriously, why? Why? We got rid of best of 1s years ago. Okay, I get it. This tournament does not mean much. I get it, but best of 3s at least. And then if you can do best of 3s, like two times a day, throughout the entire winter split. I'm fine with that. I'm fine. But okay, fine. This is just. And by the way, in case many people don't, Fearless Draft is going to be applied throughout the rest of the year. In fact, Fearless Draft is going to be applied for 2026. So the entire year will be Fearless. And we decided that best of one in a Fearless Draft, mind you, is going to be the way to go. Okay. Akeem, remember, this is winter. This doesn't mean jack, okay? This is a versus tournament, not the winter tournament, and this doesn't mean jack, other than the winner goes to first stand. Which, if you're the LEC fan, if Los Angeles were to win this dawn, you are going to be scared crapless. Just going to put that out there. Top 8 will qualify for playoffs, and then the 8 teams will play in a double nation format. Let me just show you the bracket for the versus playoffs, of course, for the playoffs. Let's see. And right now, let's just see where we are. Oh, yeah. So this is the bracket. Holy cow, this is a bracket. Okay. Now I know why they want to do best of ones. Because we got the best of threes and best of fives, of course, to sort it out. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And now these are the best of threes. Of course, you got the opening round and then the lower bracket over down here. And then winners here, losers there. And then we get the best of fives. So from round 3 until the finals, it's best of fives. And the winner will go to first stand. And yes, best of threes and best of fives are fearless. So, okay, fine. But can we get rid of best of ones? Like, I know it's a hot take. The hot take is like, can we get rid of best of ones in League of Legends? I mean, we can. I mean, LCK has gotten rid of it a long time ago. LPL has gotten rid of it a long time ago. Well, except like this year, of course. And with fearless being a thing, best of ones are just not it. And we probably gonna watch the same comp over and over and over again. And the teams that is going to be beneficial for best of ones early on are going to be the teams that like not adaptable to like meta reads and all kinds of stuff. They're going to be like, they have something and it will be working for a short time. Unlike the G2s, your Common Corps, and all kinds of stuff, they're going to be like time to develop and all kinds of stuff. But once you were in the playoffs, of course, you're going to get exposed in the best of 3 and best of 5 setting. I'm just saying, it's like, you just at least prepare them for best of 5s or best of 3s in a format like this, so we can, get acclimatized. Like best of 1, like come on, man. I know this is just a gripe, and I know there'll be comments saying, "But Akeem, this is only for the one split." I know, I just get it, but I just give me best of 3s, man. We just pass best of 1s, like the ship sailing the night, I guess. So, anyways, yeah, spring and summer formats, clean and simple, just like the LCS. It is 10 teams playing a single round robin, all LEC teams, not the ERLs, and then all of them are best of 3s. Top 6 teams may advance to the playoffs. Boom, shakalaka, simple and easy. Unlike the whole group stage thing when we have to like play one game and then you have to wait like 10 days to do it. That's just not it, man. Not it. Spring is going to be 6 teams play in a double elimination with the first and fourth starting in the upper bracket. It's basically like the same format as the regular LEC formats. It's the same with summer, of course. And let me just show you the spring playoffs. I don't have to go to the summer playoffs because the spring playoffs and the summer will be the same. So it's just the regular LEC format that everybody loves. Here it is. All to see. Actually, no. I think the LEC format was a little different. It's a little different because they got a bracket there, and then the winner and loser high seed will go into down there, and then this feels different. This feels like a different bracket. So you got the 4 teams go here, the 5th and 6th go down there. It almost feels like the LCS old bracket. Yeah, it feels like the old LCS bracket. Yeah, it almost had the LCS bracket there. So it's a little different. It's a little different from my taking. But anyways, okay, it's double elimination, so it is what it is, I guess. And then top 2 teams from spring will qualify for MSI, and then same as the spring with the top 3 teams qualified for World 2026. for summer. Now, keep that in mind that it depends on how the MSI performances go. Because if they perform well at MSI, you get an additional slot. Whether you win the tournament or you become the best team from a region, you get an additional slot. So this might change a little bit, but consider LCK and LPL just dominates international tournament. I guess it's not going to happen, but who knows? Who knows? And now for the LCK. Oh boy, this is going to be an absolute mouthful. So, let's just break it down piece by piece. 10 teams will be split into 2 groups of 5, namely Baron and Elder. Okay. Now, I decided, now that's pretty much the end of the whole thing. Let me just click on the exclamation so you can get a better understanding of how crazy this format is. Like, the LCS and the LEC give you the simple formats, plain and easy, all the kind of stuff. Sort out this for the LCK. Like, sort this whole thing out for the LCK. Christ almighty. Now, the teams play against all teams from the opposite group once. Okay. So tell me what that means for a 5-year-old. It means, like, okay, let me just give you a little example. I'm going to just give you a little example. So, Baron, let's just call it T1, Hololive, Gen G, KT Rolster, and I could put another team. Let's say Nation Red Force. Okay, and for Elder, it's pretty much the rest of the teams. The Freaks. Let's call it the Freaks. D plus. Fear X. DRX. And what's the other team? Okay, bro. Got it. So this is how the group stage go. It's not a clear. It's not a clear. It's not the real thing. It's not the real thing. But if that happens, that's gonna be the groups. And the format goes is that the teams play against all teams from the opposite group once. All teams from the opposite group once. So I believe, and I'm gonna explain this, that teams play against all teams from the opposite group. So that means T1 will have to play against the Freaks, against D+, against Fear X, against DRX, against Bro. That is not how this goes. Maybe, Hana Life goes here, Genji will go here. It's going to be different. But remember, this is just an explanation, of course. So T1 will have to play Freaks, D+, Fear X, DRX, and Bro once. And these are best of 3, so that makes up, there you will. But there's a special week. yes, I'm making a Pretty Derby reference. I mentioned special week, so who knew Funkus? Yes, so there's a huge week called the Super Week. And the Super Week is going to be evolved. I think I should upload the LCK. Actually, I have the whole thing right there. I got the whole thing right there. It says that on the special week, the Super Week is a best of 5. Super Week matches are the best of 5, and that Super Week it'll be matches taking place against teams with a similar seeding in the Baron and Elder group. So let's just say T1 finished number 1 in the Baron group, not finish number 1, but are number 1 in the Baron group going into the Super Week. So let's say T1. So for Super Week, it'll be T1 versus let's go D+, and that'll be the number 1 team from Elder. So you got T1 being Baron number 1 team, and you got D+ being Elder number 1 team. So that's how it goes, of course. And then, Hana Life will face off against Fear X, DRX. Again, okay, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm a little autistic, so I'm just going to, again, this is just an explanation, but you just have to understand it. So if you guys understand it, great. If you don't, you're probably going to go to League Esports to just find that out. But that is how it goes. So this is how the Super Week will go. And it will go for all the matches. And those matches are best of 5, and they're worth 2 points. The rest of the matches, the best of 3 matches, are going to be for 1 point. And the group that has the most points are called the winners group, and the other group will be the losers group. So 5 winners here, 5 losers there. The playoffs is going to be more sorted out. The top 2 teams from the winners group will be with the top team from the losers group with advance to the playoffs. So again, if we explained all of this, it's, let's say T1 and League Esports goes through, and then Freaks will become the other team will go through as well. So those are your 3 teams going through from the 2 groups, the winners and losers group, and they go into the playoffs. Now, the bottom 3 teams of the winners group, along with the second and fourth teams from the losers group, will advance in the play-ins. And unfortunately for the bottom team in the losers group, they have to be sadly eliminated. Yeah, who wants to be the unlucky team for that one? And let's remember, guys, this is just, you are riding your, this is like you're playing for your group. You can play, you're also playing for your team, don't get me wrong, but you're also playing for your group. You do not want to be the team belonging in the loser group and then get eliminated. That's just, you gotta have to like root for your other team. You gotta root for your rivals or something. That's weird, but it is what it is, I guess. For the play-ins, the teams that are seeded by the series win. So by how they did in the series, their record and all kinds of stuff. That's gonna be how it goes. It is a single elimination. It is a single elimination. Rounds 1 and 2 is best of 3, and rounds 3 is a best of 5. The top 3 qualifies. Okay, again, I'm gonna show you the. Okay, wait. Where is it, Akeem? Okay, there it is. All right. So this is the play-in stage, and now you see 4th seed, 5th seed, and then the 3rd seed and the 6th seed by wins. It totals by wins. And then the winners of this one, the team with the most wins will get to select their opponent, and then the rest will go from here. And then the winners will go there. The 2 winners will go there. And that means top 3. Wait, top 3? Hold up. Top 3 teams. So you got 6 teams. So the bottom 3 teams of the winners group, which is the 3 teams down there. And then the second and fourth place teams, that's 6 teams. So where is it? Hold up. I think this format is kind of a little sus. Maybe that might sort this whole thing out. But you got the 2 winners here, and then the 2 losers there. So where is the other matchup? Where is the last matchup? Oh, my goodness gracious. My artistic brain is not understanding. The winner of this will go to the playoffs, and so does this matchup. And then the losers of these matches will be playing in a qualifying match. Okay. So let me just write these down. Winner goes to. Okay, winner goes to just play. And if you like this video, please like and comment and all kinds of stuff. Actually, no, I'm not going to go through this. This will be a waste of time. But just when you know, winners of these 2 will go to the playoffs, and then we have a matchup that will determine the last seed to qualify for the whole thing. Okay, I got it on this end. Got it. Okay. So that's the top 3 there. And then for the playoffs, will be the top 2 from the winners group, plus the top team from the losers group, but the 3 that qualifies for the play-ins, which is the double elimination best of 5, and the winner goes to first stand. So after all of that, you get this. Holy moly, this is a chaotic situation. So I think you can say that the top 2 goes here. Maybe like the bottom 2 teams will go down there. I think it's pretty much like top 4 goes here. Bottom 2 teams go here. And then it depends on like higher seed and all kinds of stuff. And then one team has to select. Oh, I think it's like first and second will go here, and then the rest will go there, and then the first place will have to select another one, just like this year's LCK summer format. The rest of the teams will go here, and I believe the losers will go here, and then the winners will go here, and then the losers based on seeding will go there, and then we'll sort this whole thing out. Okay, so that's the LCK play-in situation. The top 2, yes, the top 2. Remember, they changed it to first stand format, of course. It's the top 2 teams from LCK and LPL will be going to first stand. So this is a mighty huge thing. This is a mighty huge thing. We'll sort out the first stand and worlds and all kinds of stuff. I will have gripes about it, but I'll say that for way down the road. But for now, that's the LCK play-in or the LCK Cup format, which is going to be running its second year. Oh boy, the rest is going to be tough. Now, last year or this year, my gripe about the road to MSI is that we never even have a final in which, like, okay, let's just go to this year. We're gonna start with round 1 and 2. We're gonna start with round 1 and 2 and work our way up. Okay, so round 1 and 2, it's basically the same thing. It's basically like the same thing. They don't have the dates, but it's basically the same thing. 10 teams participate with a double round robin, best of 3, of course. Top 6 teams will qualify for MSI. And then for rounds 3 and 4, and I'll explain what is rounds 3 and 4 later, the top 5 teams will start in the Legends group and the Rise group. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the patented Rise group is back, baby. Trademark that thing. Maybe sponsored by McDonald's. Ladies and gentlemen, this official matchup in the Rise group is presented to you by our good friends at McDonald's. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. I loving it. Oh, imagine that. Imagine that sponsorship. That would be killer if that happened. That would be killer. But it's basically the same thing as last of this year. Of course, this year's rounds 1 and 2. And the top 6 teams will qualify for Road to MSI. Now, my gripe with the Road to MSI is that we get our 2 teams that qualify for MSI, and we don't even have the final. Like, I am sorry, but the fact that we don't have, like, last year, or this year, actually, I feel like I'm talking last year, but it's going to be last year in like a couple of days. But this year, we had this format. And the only gripe that I have is that we don't even have a proper winner. We don't even have a proper winner. Like Gen G, T1, that should be that's already the match of the year, by the way. That's already a match of the whole year, by the way. The rivalry of the year, by the way. And the fact we didn't even get it for Road to MSI is just bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. And I believe they're going to do this again. Well, not saying going to happen. They're probably going to tweak this whole thing and have a match that will determine like 1 seed or 2 seed. That's the problem. That's the problem, is that we don't even know which team is 1 and 2. Like, are Gen G 1 team or T1 the 1 seed? I mean, like, confuse me. It confused me. Now, both of these teams go to MSI, don't get me wrong, but the whole thing was kind of confused me. The whole thing confused me. And if we're gonna have this again, then boy, there'll be complaints. Boy, there'll be complaints. But anyways, top 2 will start in the upper bracket, and then the remaining matches will be the lower bracket, King of the Hill bracket. So top 2 goes here, and then 5th, 5, and 6 go here. Then the winner will go 4th, and then the winner will go 3, and then the winner will go here. I'll go with the loser of this matchup, and then the winners will go to MSI. Yeah. So, that pretty much it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, Akeem, you make a dumbass. I think this. No. Okay. I'm just a little thoughted, but didn't realize that the winner will go straight to MSI. The loser will play here, and then they have to face the winner here. Okay, cool. And then top 2 qualify for MSI. Got it. Now, rounds 3 and 4. This is it's not a little complicated, but this is a little bit of a reason. Now, the LCK regular season will be cut down by 1 round due to Koreans' participation in the 2026 Asian Games in Japan. And let's be honest, for Korea, for China, for all of them, the Asian Games is huge. And if Korea were to win a gold medal, or China will win a gold medal, you will be exempt from doing military service. Just think about that. Your career could extend by winning a gold medal in the Asian Games. But I mean, for some nations, it's okay. But for Korea and China, it's massive. Massive. And by the way, this tournament will take place in Japan. So that means that the traditional round 3 and 5, which is this year, will be cut down to rounds 3 and 4. And those records will carry over from 1 and 2. So the records that they have, like Genji goes, let's say 11 and, well, not saying 11. They're a good team. 17-1. Let's go 17-1. They're 17-1. That record will carry over into rounds 1 and 2. It'll be double elimination. It'll be double round robin again, but this time with, I think, with the teams in the Legends group and the teams in the Rise group, so they'll be separated, of course. And they'll play like 8 matches. So they play like the rest of 8 matches. So rounds one and two will play 18 matches, and rounds 3 and 4 will only play 8 matches. So that means you'll play 26 best of threes. That means maximum in the regular season format, you're going to play like 78 matches. Like Christ, that's a lot of best of threes. No wonder they're better than us. No wonder they're better than the supposed Western team. Now the top two. Now, of course, I already mentioned that. All the matches are best of 3, and the top 4 teams in the Legend group will qualify for the season playoffs. The bottom team from the Legends group and the top 3 teams will go to the season play-in. So it's basically the same format as last year. Keem, stop talking last year. It's this year, okay? Stop confusing time. You're confusing time for audiences, okay? They're not dumb, all right? There's some of them go to college, go to school. They're not dumb, okay? Present tense. Present tense. So, the play-ins are 4-team participation, which is a waterfall format. In case you don't know, the winner of the number 5 seed in the Legend group and the number 1 seed in the Rise group will go to the playoffs. The loser will go here, and then the winners of these two will go through here, and then the loser will be out for Worlds and LCK, the whole thing. And then the playoffs will be basically the same thing. I think they changed the whole thing. No, not changing. I think they tweaked the LCK playoffs just a little bit. So the domination format will kick off with the number 1 seed and number 2 seed goes through. Okay, it's basically the same thing as the LCK playoffs this year. Thank you. It's basically the same thing with the LCK playoffs. 1 seed and 2 seed will face each other with either this or this. They'll make a selection, and then losers go here. And yeah, basically the same thing as the LCK format. So yeah, and then the top 3 will qualify for Worlds. And of course, there's like other stuff going on with MSI and then EWC. Those things will sort out later on. Those things will sort out down the road, of course. But for now, it's 3 teams qualified for Worlds, maybe 4 teams based on their performance in MSI. That's gonna be the LCK. Okay, let's go to CBLOL. And we got the CBLOL Cup. Yeah, I know, lame. They should have a sponsorship, of course, but it is what it is. Single round robin, best of 1. Ugh. Top 4 teams qualify, and the bottom 4 teams to play in. So again, 8 teams, and then top 4 goes through. Top 4 goes out. Actually, not out, but bottom 4 will be playing in the play-in stage, and I will tell you, the 5th and 6th seeds will be playing in a best of 3, and the winner will advance as the 5th seed, and the loser will play in the last chance. The 7th place and 8th place will be playing another best of 3, and the winner advances to the last chance. Last chance, best of 5, winner goes to be in the 6th seed. So it's basically like the waterfall format that I mentioned. Yep. So winner of best of 3 goes here to the playoffs. Winner of best of 3 here goes to the last chance. Loser will play here, and then 1 best of 5, and then that's it. And then the playoffs will be basically the same thing as the LCK format. 1 and 2 will face off, and then being selected. 4, 5, 6 will face off. 3 and 6 will face off, and then we get the bracket over there, and that's just it. Simple, easy, clean. Winner will qualify for first stand. In fact, Brazil will only get 1 slot in each of these tournament formats. They're going to get 1 slot in first stand, 1 slot in MSI, 1 slot at Worlds. Jesus Christ. After everything that the CBLOL has gone through to even get their region back, you're still screwing them over. Like Christ almighty. When are you going to treat the CBLOL with respect? You treated the LCP with respect. Why can't CBLOL get like 2 slots or something? Again, I'm just nitpicking, and I'm just old man yelling cloud for like Brazilian teams, but just come on, one. God damn it, Riot. God damn it. What? Do you hate Brazilian teams? Do you really hate Brazilian teams? Do you want Brazilian teams to die so that North America can thrive? Because let's be honest, North America is not going to thrive with you bringing imports, of course. No offense to the imports. Anyways, sorry. Rant over. Split 1 and Split 2 will be the same format, just like the LCS, just like the LEC. Single round robin, best of threes, top 6 teams go to advance to playoffs. Cool, great. Then the Split 1 playoffs will be double elimination, best of 5. Top 2 will start in the upper bracket round 2. Third and 6th will go to the upper bracket round 1, and the winner qualify for MSI. Same thing with Split 2, winner qualify for Worlds. So, for 2026. So I'm just going to show you the Split 1. I'm going to show you the Split 1 format, just to give you a little bit of idea, of course, in detail. All right, so let me just show you the format. There it is. Yep, basically the same thing with the LCK. So I think the formats for CBLOL, the playoff formats are basically the same, which I think I'm cool with it. I think I'm literally cool with it. So that is the CBLOL format being taken care of. The LCP is the Split 1 and Split 2 will be the same thing. In case you don't know the LCP format for Split 1 and Split 2, single round robin, best of 3 regular season with side selection for game 1 being decided by 2v2. This is marvelous. I like it. I like it. I like it. Double elimination bracket starting in round 2. First and second receive byes for round 1. Third and sixth will start in the first round, where the losers are eliminated. All playoff matches are best of 5. The Split 1 winner qualifies for first stand, and the Split 2 winner and runners up advance to MSI 2026. I think I mistyped it. No, I don't mistype it. Good. Okay, so I'm going to show you the LCP. Let's go Split 1 and then go to the bracket and then explain to you, of course. And then Split 3 is going to be wicked for LCP. I mean, Split 3 is going to be wicked for LCP. So this is, of course, these are the teams that take place. You know that there's a TBD because, as you all know, PSG Talon, because of financial, actually no, failure to play players or staff, both. Because of that, PSG Talon are just gone from LCP and will be replaced by God knows who. But we're gonna go with all of this sorting out. And then you got the eight teams, of course, playing, and then 6 teams will qualify for the playoffs, which I'm gonna show you right now. Yeah. So this is the playoffs, of course. These are the 6 teams that qualify based on their performance, and then 1 and 2, and then you got 3, and then you got the rest of them, and then selection, of course. And then you notice that they didn't have the loser bracket here; they had the loser bracket there. So the winners will go here, the losers will go there, and then we'll go straight up to it. All of them best of 5. Winner will go to first stand. Top 2 will go to MSI. Now, Split 3 is where the sandwich of this entire episode comes in, because we started off the whole format talk with a Swiss stage format for LCS, and we're basically going to end this whole video with an LCP format that is basically Swiss stage. But something unique about this is beautiful. So, the Swiss stage format is going to be qualification and elimination best of 5, with all the other matches being best of 3s. I feel like Worlds should have this format. If I were Worlds, if I were the Riot Games employees, I would say, can you make Worlds have this format? Like, can you make the Swiss stage have the same format as the LCP? Like, it's fine that we have Swiss, but 2 things that hurts them is seeded is not properly made, and the fact that we have best of 1s in a world that fearless draft exists. But if you can at least apply the LCP format to the Worlds format, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. I'll be okay with that. The only thing I'll be griping about is the seeding, of course, but I'll be cool with that. So at least LCP is getting ahead of themselves, which is actually cool. So best of 3 formats to kick off, and then the qualification and elimination matches are best of 5. And then how do we sort this out is that I believe that actually they don't know which teams will make it to the playoffs. I think that's the weird thing. They don't know which teams will make the playoffs. And then top two will go to 2026 World Championship. And I said the top two because I haven't even revealed how the top, because I don't even know which third team will qualify for Worlds until now. So championship points, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the thing that LEC had, the thing that LPL had, the thing that LCK had for a long while until they just done with it. But the championship points will be applied for the LCP, and that will determine the last team to qualify for Worlds. How did this whole thing sort out? We don't know. They don't have more information, but they will find out in due time. So yeah, I think LCP is pretty much unique. I said this region is probably the second best region. Like you can say that this is like, even though this region does not do well in terms of winning things and all kinds of stuff, they actually competed, and that's great. They competed, and I like it, and it's credible. And also, they're making a little earlier start time for Split 1. Because I think they have a lot of issues trying to compete with the LCK and the LPL for eyeballs, of course. So I think by dialing the time start a little early, I think it was 2 p.m. plus 8 GMT, of course. If they dial it back, of course, that means that, like, okay, at least viewership will be decent enough so that they don't have to, like, go watch either LPL and then have whiplash like LPL, LCP, LPL, LCP. And that's good for, like, you know, my good friend Sakadera Poro, who I subscribe, of course, to his channel. Go subscribe to some other people who are content creators of the year. Support these people. And he's an LCP person. He got co-streaming rights and all kinds of stuff. And watching this is pretty much hard for me for him, of course, especially for North America. So, yeah, I think this early start time will be beneficial for him, for the viewership and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, that's a lot of things to sort out. The LPL is kind of like late to the game, but I hope they'll sort this thing out by this year or maybe next year. Who knows? But that is the format talk for 2026. I think overall you can say that all the formats are cool. I think the LEC has done a good job. I think the LCS has done a good job with their formats. Nice, neat, simple, and all kind of stuff. First split kind of complicated a little bit with best of one, round robin, lock-ins, and Swiss stages, all kind of stuff. But once you get to spring and summer split, the splits that actually matters the most, simple format, no problem. I think LCP has done the same thing with the simplicity of the first format, of course, with all kinds of stuff. And then the Swiss stage and the third stage, yeah, okay, with championship points, fine. Complicated enough. The LCK is a lot to take in. Like, we know the LCK had the same format as last year, but I want to see a road to MSI finals, a championship finals, will determine who will be number one, of course. And the super weeks, of course, will be sorted out and all kinds of stuff. The LCK is weird and complicated, but they're the best region in the world for the last 3 to 4 years. So who do I complain, of course? Who am I complaining? So anyways, thank you all for watching this whole thing. If you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Hopefully this algorithm will be kind to you. And hopefully we'll get to 50 subscribers so I can share my secret to all of you. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Happy Thanksgiving and Black Friday to one and all. And I will see you all next time.